Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rahozah, and on this channel, we talk about spirituality, the law of attraction, self-development, and making every day the best it can be. So if you're interested in those kind of topics, then you're definitely going to want to subscribe below because I make new videos every Sunday. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the top 2 mistakes that most people make when trying to manifest. So the first mistake is that you are probably limiting yourself. Now, normally when people try to manifest something, they're trying to manifest a specific thing, a specific type of outcome, a specific person, a specific situation, a specific job, etc. But what happens when we're being so specific with what we want is that we actually could be limiting ourselves from what the universe actually wants us to receive. Let's say you're trying to manifest a specific person and you think that this person is the one. Key word in this sentence is think. You think that this person is the right one, but the mind oftentimes deceives us. What happens when you think someone is the one, when you think this one specific outcome is the only outcome for you, is that you're trying to micromanage and to control your life so carefully. It may not actually be the right person for you, the right situation for you. Maybe you can receive 20 times better, but because you're trying to manifest this specific thing, you are limiting yourself and you're going to prolong your manifestation process. Now, don't get me wrong. If you really wanted to manifest a specific person or a specific situation, you could do that. You could manifest it. But if you try to force something in your life that is not meant for you, what you are going to do is you're going to prolong the process and you're going to create a more painful experience for yourself, because ultimately, if you're trying to manifest and force, for let's use the relationship example, this specific person in your life, but this specific person is not meant for you on your path. It's not meant to be the right one for you, but you're forcing it, you're making it happen. What's going to happen is later on, you're just going to have to deal with that situation in a much more painful way. And trying to have control over a situation or what the outcome of your manifestation is going to be, that's another way of saying, I don't trust the universe. When you cannot put your order in to the universe, say, okay, I want a relationship. It would be nice if it was this person, but if this person is not meant for me, then I trust that the right person will find me, and this person will make it very evident that they are not the person for me, and they will leave my life. Having this mindset about every single situation in your life will make life flow so much easier. Because when we try to look at a situation or a job and say, this is the ultimate job for me, what you are doing is you're narrowing your focus, you're narrowing your sight on only this job. I can only get this job or I'm not happy. So then what will happen is that you're completely blocked off from seeing any other potential amazing jobs that could be in your peripheral. So you can fully be missing so many amazing opportunities because you are so narrow focused on what your mind thinks is the one or the right thing or the path for you. So the best way to prevent this and to heal this is to ask the universe only for what is meant for you. And I know a lot of people say be specific with your goals, which I think could be beneficial, and I definitely do that, setting specific goals and deadlines and things that you want to reach, but then letting it go to the universe and say, whatever is meant for me, it will come to me in the perfect timing. Trying to take too much control is the enemy of manifestation. And don't get me wrong, this is not easy, and it definitely goes against so much of what we're taught in life. We are living in such a hustle culture where we're always thinking about the future, setting goals and not allowing our eyes to leave the sight of our goals. But then what happens is we're limiting ourselves and we're blocking ourselves from truly getting what we deserve. The second one, and this is the most important one, is you are not acting or being as if. Now, if you know about manifestation, you've heard this term, acting as if. But if you're new to manifestation and you don't know or you don't remember, here's a quick recap. Acting as if is basically like acting like what you want to manifest is already in your life. But it's not just acting though. It's believing. It's being mentally in that state right now, which I know is extremely hard, which is why most people's manifestations don't work and they don't happen. But there is a secret to this, and that's what I'm going to share. When you are being dependent on something happening for your happiness, then you are never happy. Let me say that again. If you are dependent on something else to bring you happiness, then you are never happy, because that mentality is always saying, when I obtain this physical thing, then I'll be happy. Notice how that always leaves room for your happiness to be in a future. And the future, it really doesn't exist if you think about it. Time is only right now. As Eckhart Tolle says, there is never a moment in your life that is not this moment right now. You are never living in the past, and you are never living in the future. You are always living in this moment right now. And yet all we do with our minds is try to escape the moment. So if you're not happy in this moment right now, if in your mind you're only thinking about when I'll be happy in the future, then you're always living in a theoretical future. And you cannot be in the present and the future at the same time. Therefore, what happens is when you keep waiting for a future moment to happen, when that future moment becomes the present moment, that happiness is not going to last, because you are in that pattern of always looking to the future to find your happiness. And this is the norm for most people. The truth is, we will never be happy unless we appreciate our current life. Okay, maybe I want to get fit, I want to gain muscle, I want to look better. But if I don't appreciate the way that I look now, then maybe if I do lose weight, or if I do gain that muscle and I do objectively look better, I'm still not going to be happy, because the mentality that I'm living on is that in a future I'm going to be happy. But if you say to yourself, I'm going to be happy with how I look right now, I'm absolutely beautiful, perfect the way I am in this moment right now, and every day I am just more and more evolving into my higher self, that is the mentality that is going to save you. Ultimately, the law of attraction only works if you're acting as if, because if you're in alignment, if you're in that current energy of already embodying that feeling that you want to feel when you get the manifestation, then that will bring it to you so much quicker. If you want to manifest $1,000, what would that feeling bring to you? Feel that feeling right now. Once you feel like that's just a normal occurrence, that's just something that happens to me, this is just who I am just a happy person, I'm just always receiving abundance in life, I'm always meeting amazing people. These are the stories that we need to tell ourselves. These are the things that we need to continuously repeat and affirm and believe, so that we can attract those circumstances to us. So many people say, I'll believe it when I see it. What I'm saying is the complete opposite. Believe it first, and then you will see it. The reason people don't see these alignments from the universe is because they don't believe. If you believe, you will see. It's not the other way around. It's not see it to believe it. It's believe it to see it. Work with the universe. Do it yourself. Try it for yourself. Build that connection. So what I'm sharing with you guys right now is probably been the biggest lesson that I've learned the past few months. And that is that almost everything that we strive to do in life is us trying to run away from the present moment. When we're holding on to hope for a future, we are ultimately running away from the present. We don't want to deal with what's happening now. We don't want to sit in it. We don't want to feel it and be it and accept it for what it is. So we're looking to a theoretical future to run away from our current life situation, to run away from what's actually happening in this moment. And likewise, when we think about past experiences, when we think back on the past, we're also running away from the present, because we're allowing the past to affect our present moment. When in reality, every breathing moment that we're alive is a brand new moment to reinvent ourselves. If we're always holding on to the past, then we're not being present, because we are carrying all this stuff that is all made up in our minds, because none of it exists right now. None of it exists right now. All that exists right now is this moment. Now, this is a super deep concept, and I know it took a long time for me to completely grasp this idea. But ultimately, if you're gonna take away one thing, the key is to be happy in this moment. Like Eckhart said, there's never a moment when your life is not right now, and yet all we do is try to escape the moment. Everything we do in life is to escape the moment. How can we bring ourselves back to that space? Shutting down our egoic mind by doing things such as meditation, such as mindfulness, breath work, Anything that honestly brings you into the moment. That could be going out on a walk. That could be drawing, painting, expressing yourself creatively. Something that takes you out of that world of the mind that tries to bring us down and holds us to our past and fantasizes about the future and is not just being the being that we are meant to be. There's never going to be an end goal, a when I reach this, I'll be happy. That moment won't ever come. That moment can only exist right now, in this present moment. The whole thing, all of life, is about the process. Now, this is not about taking away awareness and completely ignoring the current circumstances in your life if they need to be healed, if they need to be changed. Of course, there are so many layers to this topic. I'm just touching the tip of the iceberg on this video. But yes, you do need to do the work. You do need to do some shadow work. You do need to look back on your past and heal those traumas that you are carrying that are leading you to have all these thoughts about the past. And yes, you should talk to somebody if you're having anxiety or constantly thinking about the future. What I'm saying is not to completely ignore the past and the future that are all made up in our minds and just be happy. But what I'm saying is that you can tackle those thoughts from a place of a higher awareness. And how to get to that state of higher awareness is to be present in the moment, because only by being in the moment can you see things objectively. Can you see things as they truly are by shutting down the egoic mind, not the consciousness, not who you are, not the awareness of who you are, but the chatter, the mind thoughts. Now, I want to get into way more of this in future videos, but I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just going to end this off there. If you guys are interested in hearing more about what I am talking about, I definitely recommend, if you've not already read it, this book by Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. Let's get it to focus. There. It's an amazing book. It talks a lot about the power of now, the power of the present moment. It's extremely deep, but I definitely recommend you read this. It totally changed my perspective on so many things in life. And yeah, it's a great read. So that's all for me in this video, guys. I hope you got some value out of it. If you did, please leave it a like down below. Also hit that subscribe button if you're not already. I would love to have you join me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!